Hey everyone. So today we are diving deep into a viral moment that pretty much broke the internet. It's got everything. Two massive celebrities, a surprise wedding, and a social media post with some, let's just say, very questionable timing. Okay, so let's set the stage because it's all about the contrast here. On one side of the internet, you have this wonderful, happy news. Selena Gomez's wedding to Benny Blanco. Everyone's calling it heartfelt, joyful, just pure happiness. But then, at almost the exact same time, her very famous ex, Justin Bieber, drops a post that unleashes, well, total online chaos. So let's start with the first timeline, the happy one. Photos from Selena and Benny's wedding start to go viral. It looks beautiful, genuine, and fans are just over the moon for her. It was this perfect storybook moment, but that story was about to get a very unexpected plot twist. Because right as those wedding photos are making the rounds, something strange starts happening. Justin Bieber, who can be pretty quiet online, suddenly starts posting a lot. Not just once, but multiple times in a row. And these posts felt different, kind of personal, kind of emotional. And the timing? I mean, it seemed way too perfect to just be a coincidence. Now, it wasn't just the fact that he was posting. It was one single post in particular that really lit the match. So let's put this thing under a microscope and figure out why it sent the internet into an absolute frenzy. The picture itself was harmless enough, just him playing basketball. But what everybody noticed, what everybody screenshotted, was the song he chose to play in the background of his story. The title of that song? Of all the millions of songs in the world, he picked one called I Do. And if the title wasn't enough, the lyrics are what really poured gasoline on the fire. It's a song all about, being there for someone forever, needing them, choosing them over anyone else. To post that on the exact day your very, very famous ex-girlfriend is literally saying I do to another man, well, you can see why people started connecting some dots. And that, of course, led to the one giant question that took over every social media platform. Was this just unbelievably bad timing, a complete accident, or was this a message? The internet, as it does, immediately split into factions. A huge chunk of people were convinced this was an intentional jab, that he was trying to steal her thunder. Then you had the defenders, who were adamant it was just unfortunate timing. And, of course, you always have a group thinking it's all just a publicity stunt for something new. But to really get why one Instagram story could cause this much of a meltdown, you have to rewind. We have to look at the history between these two because it's a story that for millions of people never really got an ending. I mean, their relationship wasn't just a romance, it was a whole pop culture era. Jelena defined the 2010s for so many people. They watched them get together, break up, get back together, and even though it officially ended for good in 2018, for the fans, that attachment is still there. And this quote right here just hits the nail on the head. Even though both of them have so clearly moved on, he's been married for years, and now she is too. A huge part of the internet just refuses to close that chapter. And of course, we can't talk about this without talking about the other person who is constantly and unfairly dragged right into the middle of this storm, Justin's wife, Hailey Bieber. For years now, Hailey has been in such a tough spot. She's endlessly compared to Selena, stuck in a love triangle narrative that is years out of date, and she's become a target for so much online hate, where every single thing she does is picked apart. So, as this whole new firestorm was kicking off, what did she do? She posted once early in the day, and then nothing. Complete silence. And you know what? A lot of people saw that as a really powerful, really smart move. She just refused to give the drama any oxygen. So what's the big takeaway here? This whole episode is basically a perfect masterclass in how the internet works now. It shows you exactly how perception becomes reality and how the story the internet wants to be true often becomes more real than the truth itself. You can practically map it out, right? Step 1, a celebrity posts something. Step 2, an army of online detectives immediately starts searching for clues and hidden meanings. Step 3, theories start flying around, spreading like wildfire. And step 4, one of those theories just sticks, and suddenly it's accepted as fact. You know, the possible reality here could be so simple. Maybe Justin was just having a reflective day, heard a song he liked, and posted it without a second thought. But the online perception? Oh no, that was a story of a calculated, passive-aggressive message meant to cause drama. And in the end, any nuance, Any middle ground, it just got completely flattened. The entire conversation boiled down to just two sides yelling at each other. You're either defending him and saying it was a reach, or you were 100% convinced it was intentional. There was no room for anything in between. This whole situation really exposes a tough truth about what it means to be famous today. Once you let the public into a part of your private life, especially a relationship, you kind of lose the copyright to your own story. It doesn't really belong to you anymore. And that leaves us with this final thought to chew on. In an age where every single move is analyzed, when you share your story with the world, do you ever really get it back? It's a question that just seems to get more and more complicated. Thanks for tuning in.